What is going on, guys? My name is King Reggie. Welcome to the channel. Today I will be doing my last part of my full defensive scheme. It is out of the nickel 3-3-5 formation in the Detroit Lions playbook. Today I'll be going over the run defense and the red zone defense. Let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back. So like I said, today we are doing part 4. This is going to be the final part of my full defensive scheme. I'm going to go over everything. If you missed parts 1, 2, or 3, go back and watch those, guys. The first one was all the adjustments, my audibles I set, my personnel I use. So it's really important to go back, watch that video before this video, because it's just going to help you with this setup. It's going to tell you exactly where we want our personnel. I won't be really going over that again in this video. Second video was my full coverage defense. I think one of the best coverage defenses out there. And my third defense was the blitzes. So this is run defense, and this is our red zone defense. So I want to hop into practice mode first really quick. Already have my audible set. So we have cross 3 fire. That is our coverage defense. We have our 2 blitzes on our bumpers, buck slant show 2, and under smoke. That is what we went over in the last video. Today we'll be going over cover 4 quarters. This is my red zone and my run defense. Their setup's a little different, but both come out in cover 4 quarters. I already have my personnel set. Like I said, go watch the first video in this series to see the personnel. And we always want to come out in double safety blitz. So guys, we're going to be going over the run defense here and why I like to run it this way. When people come out in I form, guys, even single back with a bunch of tight ends and they're really trying to pound the ball, this is the defense I go to. So we're going to come out in just a stretch real quick. So double safety blitz, both of our safeties, our corners who we have there are going to come down into the box. So it's always going to be like that. Then we are going to audible to cover 4 quarters. That is what it's going to look like. We're going to be on this. I always play on the right of screen linebacker. So this is what it's going to look like. And then the adjustments are going to be basically the same as our coverage defense. So we want a deep middle, that other linebacker. We want to put man coverage on our 2 corners. Man cover on whoever you want. I like the tight ends in these I form, maybe receiver, one of the running backs. So that's who you want to man up. And then we want to rezone A here, Wagner. We want to rezone him and put him into a curl flat. Okay, so those are the adjustments I'm going to go over. I have a screen. I'm going to go over that later, but I want to show you guys why I like to use this. So this is what it's going to look like, but I want to show you guys the run fit. So the way you look at your run fits is you hold the left trigger and you press square or X on Xbox, square on PlayStation, to see your run fits to the left, and then your run fits to the right, it's B or circle. So this is what our run fits look like, guys, and they are really, really good run fits. So if you see a run to the left, we have 9 guys in our run fit. They're all going to be playing the run and coming downhill. The only one who's not is this McCourty, because we put him in a deep blue. He will start bailing back, but everyone else is in our run fit. So it's really going to give us really good run defense while still giving us pass defense. So because a lot of these guys who run these I forms, they have really good passing out of it also. So I wanted to find a run defense that works good against the run, but it's not a total sellout, and it's still going to have really good pass defense. So I want to show you the cover 3 seam. So this is the pass defense, and I just want to show you guys the run fits. So see how in the run fits for this, it has our 2 linebackers crossing, our safeties crashing down. So it actually makes, when you try to run this run defense like this, it works really, it's fine against a spread. Somebody's just running inside zone. But when you get a really big power run and a big stretch, and those 2 linebackers cross in the middle of the field like that, or the safety crashes in, it's just going to really make it easy for them to hit the edge. So let's look at the run fits again one more time. See how those linebackers are crossing in the middle of the field? Now when we go to cover 4 quarters, let's take a look. And now let's look at the run fits. See how it run to the left? That linebacker's crashing to the left. Run to the right? the linebacker one is crashing in, but then our safety is crashing out. We still have the contain guy out. So it's just really going to make our run fits better, guys, and it's going to make our players react to the run a lot better. So let's just run a stretch one time to the outside, see how it looks, and look at that. Safety fires down, fills the hole really quickly. The other thing I want to do is we can always just adjust our line, right? So we can shift our line over to the strength. I go over this in adjustments, just shift our line this way. That's just going to help. We have a tight end on this side, shift our line over. We can always shift our linebackers over too, or let's say their strength is to the left, we can shift over like this. So it's just going to give us more ways to stop the run, just shifting left or right. All right, guys, so I do something a little different on this channel. I actually played a full head-to-head season in the Legend Division, won the Super Bowl. I went 11-2, racked up a bunch of shoutouts, and I went back and I tracked every single play from those games. So I did it for our pass defense, I did it for our blitzes, now I did it for our run defense and red zone defense. As you can see, 10-2 plus a Super Bowl win, racked up a bunch of shutouts. This is against really high quality opponents, guys. So I tracked all the plays, and now I have real gameplay footage that I'm going to show you guys of me actually stopping the run with this defense, seeing you work against really good opponents, highest division, show you it actually works, you know, stopping the run in the red zone. Let's go over the stats really quick. So here are the passing stats. They attempted 13 passes for 36 yards, 5 completions, 2.7 yards per attempt, a 38 completion percentage with 2 picks, one of those being a user. They threw a touchdown, and we had 2 sacks. So when I was tracking everything, I didn't separate the red zone from when it's just actually the run defense, the cover 4. Obviously, they can pass against it. This is just what we are calling when we think they're going to be in these heavy running sets. So I didn't split them up. I should have. The next time I break down a defense, I will do that. But that was the passing stats. So that's red zone, middle of the field. Anytime I called this cover 4, that was the passing stats against it. Here are the rushing stats. 13 carries for 24 yards, a 1.8 yards per carry average, 5 TDs, a lot of that, you know, goal line, really close to the, you know, to the goal. 2 scrambles for 10 yards. Those are the run stats we allowed. Now let's quickly look at the adjustments. So the run D, we already went over it, but audible to cover 4 quarters, put non-user linebacker into deep third, man up our safeties, put right D end into a curl flat. Now we also, guys, can shift our D line left and right. So I really like to do this. If they have tight right, I'm going to shift my D-line to the right. If they have tight left, I'm going to shift my D-line to the left. Or if they're double tight left, whatever, we're just going to shift our D-line or our linebackers to that side just to give us a little bit better numbers. So that's to the strength. That is optional. Then our red zone setup is audible to cover 4 quarters. Make the right D end into a hard flat, and then coverage adjust to underneath, and that is going to put our other flat into a hard flat as well. So that is what we do in the red zone, guys. I will break it down more here in a sec, and we actually have gameplay footage of why I like that defense in the red zone. It's simple, but it's very effective. Okay, let's look at the defensive keys. So the run D, use against opponents who are calling runs out of heavy sets. Safeties who you bring in the box will react very quickly to outside runs. So I have some gameplay footage, guys. I'm going to show you this right here. So guys, this guy right here is going to come down. It's going to be a toss right. He's going to block. We have all our, you know, our safeties down. We have a very compressed formation. This is single back, but double tight end. This guy I'd really like to run the ball. We shifted our D-line left, so to help us with numbers on this side. So he's going to block down here. Watch Dion on this play. He's going to come around here and shoot the gap in the backfield and get a huge tackle for loss. That is one thing, guys, with these guys in man coverage. They are going to come down and make really, really good plays on outside runs. So let's take a look. Boom, that's the defensive setup. Right here. Look at Dion. He loops around. We have an edge set here, getting good penetration up the field, but Dion right here fires into the backfield and picks up a loss of 6 on that play. So those guys do a great job of getting into the backfield. All right, so we can shift our D-line and linebackers to the strength of the offense. And guys, I love this because it's still a really good pass defense. It's a very similar setup to our pass defense. A lot of people, when they're trying to stop the run out of these I-form plays, they will sell out to stop the run. And these guys, they're good players. they're going to have really good passes out of these I-form plays as well. So our pass defense out of this is still going to be very, very strong. Okay, so on this play, he has tight left. So we shift our D-line to the left here. We have 3 guys on the edge here, plus we have our user who's going to come fill from the other side. Let's take a look. It's a toss left. Polamalu does a great job coming downhill, forcing him back inside. Then we have DRC, our safety corner, coming in. Same thing as Dion on the last play. He gets blocked, but he does a great job of coming downhill, shooting that gap. He's actually able to come off the block and make a tackle. But look at right here. Users right here, this is Ronnie Lott, our other linebacker, who we put in a deep third corner. So we have 3 other guys in the vicinity who are coming down to help make a tackle. Even if DRC misses this tackle, it's going to be a gain of 2. Okay, on this one, guys, we can see our man coverage is in. There's our flats out there. Manned up the running back. We manned up this receiver. Now we shift our D-line to the left. We have 6 guys basically on the other side of the center, plus with the user coming to that side. So, going to be a really good run defense. Once again, guys, let's take a look. Right away, Polamalu's getting upfield. He's going to either force him inside or make him bubble it out. So that's perfect. Let's take a look. Yeah, not making him bubble it outside. DRC comes up, fills here. So we do a really good job of him not being able to just get upfield on the toss. He has to go back towards the sidelines. Now we have Ronnie Lott coming in, making a tackle. DRC helping come clean up. So that is perfect, guys. That is exactly how we want it. So, guys, on this play, he had double tight left, and then he had a stack on the right side, and he motions his receiver across the field. So he had a stack here, and then he motions Metcalf across the field. Now he's going to have 3 blockers out in front of this stretch. So we're going to shift our defensive line to the left. We have the 3 guys on this side of the field, plus Taylor Mays, who's going to come and fire across the field. So stretch left. We have Reggie Jackson, our defensive end, does a really good job of setting the edge. We have Polamalu going to force it back inside. We have Flo here, and we have our user flowing to the ball here. So Reggie Jackson makes a great play, but even if he doesn't, look at our user. He gave us a great alley to come downhill. We have backside pressure on this side. We have everyone in the box, so it's really making his blockers have to get to that next level, and it's going to leave guys open on that stretch. Okay, guys, let's go over the defensive keys with the red zone really quick. We're going to call it when we get inside the 15 to 20 yard line. The safeties we bring down are going to have very good run fits and give our opponent a very stacked box, which is exactly what we want. The cover 4 shell will do a great job taking away seam routes and corners. So, guys, in this defense, we want to funnel everything to the middle. So we're playing hard flats to take away quick hitters, and we're going to use the middle of the field. So we're taking away the seams, we're taking away the corners, and we're taking away the hard flats. That is going to funnel everything to us. That is what I want. I want them trying to test my user over the middle of the field and let me make plays when they're trying to pass in really tight windows. I get a ton of user lurks in the middle of the field playing this defense. It's not a very complicated defense, unlike some of the other stuff I run, guys, but we want to keep it simple in the red zone, make them throw into tight windows. Cover 4, it's a cover 4 shell. We put this defensive end here into a hard flat. Then our user's in a hard flat too, but we're going to, user the middle of the field. And we also have a 3 receiver hook on the field, which does a really good, this is probably the best zone in the game. It's going to play very, very good. We shifted our D-line to the middle here. It's a very balanced set, so we want to be balanced ourselves. First and goal from the 6. Let's take a look. Right away, we get a stack here. Look at our safety, guys. Everyone is really close to the line of scrimmage. They're going to come downhill, and they're going to make a really good play on this ball, guys. That's what we want. We want everyone at the line of scrimmage really close. Going to fire downhill, cover 4. It's going to have really good run fits as well. 4th and 3, red zone from the 13-yard line. This is a very condensed set once again. So on this play, he could run right, he could run left. It's pretty balanced, so we're going to stay balanced. Oh, no. We're going to stay balanced with our defense. We're going to shift our D-line just to the middle. Let's take a look. Right away, we got a good shed here, but look at this, guys. This is just a wall of defenders. He has to get a blocker on every single one. It's going to be very hard for them. They're all going to play the run. They're all going to fire downhill. Look at Ronnie Lott. Reggie White gets a great block shed. Ricky Jackson gets a block shed. Here it is. Stonewall him. Stop him on 4th down. We're getting the ball back. So let's see the pass defense in action, guys, a little bit here. Right away, we have a seam route here, and then we have an out route here. Right here. So seam, out route. So our corner here in the deep quarter is going to take the out route. Seam route here. This guy, if they ran any seams here, corner route. So we're taking those away. Now as a user, I see this guy coming across the field. I'm going to run with him. And then we have this Texas route coming across from the running back late. So we had a drag with a Texas route. And as the user, I'm going to run with this drag till he gets close enough to our flat defender. Then we're going to come off it. Let's take a look. So here it is. We ran with him till he gets into Ronnie Lott. He's starting to come over to Sam Mills. Now we have the Texas route of the backfield. And now as the user, that's mine. We get a good animation. We pop it up. We on Acrobat, put him on your user. Pop that ball up. Ronnie Lott's going to take it. And he's going to get close to house calling this. So that is what we want, guys. We want nothing easy to the flats. We want no seam routes, and we want no corner routes. That is going to make everything come to the middle of the field right at our user. All right, guys, that is it. That is my full defensive scheme. Go watch the last videos, guys. That is it. I went over my run D. I went over my red zone D. I went over my pass D. I went over all my audibles, all my adjustments. I went over my blitzes. That is it. That is my full defensive scheme, guys. Up next, we will be going over my offense. It is out of gun doubles in the run and gun playbook. It is absolutely sick, guys. I'm so excited to bring it to you. It is totally unique. I haven't seen anyone else running it. I have so many cool setups, plays that I think are absolutely so freaking hard to stop. I have ways of bombing cover three with deep halves where they half their corners. I have a way to bomb that. I have cover four, absolutely destroy it bombs. I have quick hitters. I have really good run plays out of it. A really good red zone pass that is super hard to stop. So that'll be next, guys. That will be probably coming around Wednesday. So guys, if you are into this, if you like my way I'm doing this, guys, please like the video. Please sub to the channel. You know, I think I'm bringing a really unique spin to how to break down Madden. I'm going to go way more in depth than other people. I'm going to show you it actually works against real people, really good opponents. This isn't something that just works in practice mode. So many of these guys get in practice mode, just run this play. No one knows if it works. No one ever actually sees them try to run it against good people. So every time I put something out, guys, it is going to have gameplay. It is going to have me actually using it, actually bombing people, actually locking people up. So that is it, guys. That is the video. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, please subscribe. My name is King Reggie, and I'm out.